and welcome to our School at Home class in English Grade 10. We are in the third quarter of our set of lessons, and I hope everybody will delight in learning today with lesson number 11, Expanding Ideas Using Principles of Cohesion and Coherence. After going through this lesson, you are expected to 1. Expand ideas using the principles of cohesion and coherence. 2. Express one's idea using the principles of cohesion and coherence. For a start, you can do the following exercise. You can pause this video if you will need more time. Press play again when you are finished with the activity. And when you're ready, proceed with the lesson. Read the following sentences below and answer what is asked in each sentence. Choose the letter of the correct answer. 1. Some redundancy is necessary for an optimal redundancy. A. Ordering. B. Repetition. C. Transitions. 2. Since, next, however, therefore, similarly are all examples of A. Antecedents. B. Pronouns. C. Transitional words. 3. Choose the paragraph that uses pronouns most coherently. A. I like paragraphs. Writing them can be fun and easy if you know what principles to follow. Paragraphs are essential. B. I like paragraphs. Writing paragraphs can be fun and easy if you know what principles to follow. They are essential. C. I like paragraphs. Writing paragraphs can be fun and easy if you know what principles to follow. 4. Chronology, comparison, contrast, and cause-effect are examples of blank principles that lend coherence to a paragraph. A. Logical. B. Orderly. C. Timing. 5. Which of the following sentences is most coherent? A. Writing is not always easy. Writing can be hard sometimes. Some people read a lot. Writing comes more easily to those people. B. Writing is not always easy. In fact, it can be hard. Some people read a lot. Writing comes more easily to those people. C. Writing is not always easy. In fact, it can be hard, but it comes more easily to those who read a lot. Here are the answers. 1. B. 2. C. 3. A. 4. B. And number 5. C. In our previous lesson, we have learned how to use structures of modification. Other than this, it is also important for you to know how to expand ideas using cohesion and coherence. Let's take a look at this picture. What are the children doing in the picture? Yes, they are completing the puzzle. What do you think will happen if the puzzle will not be completed? Correct. The picture would not be clear. Cohesion is like the pieces of jigsaw puzzle that need to fit together perfectly. Cohesion relates to how words and sentences stick together and make sense. It is the flow of sentences and paragraphs from one to another tying together. It is achieved through using 4 methods. 1. Reference words. He, she, it, them. 2. Repeated words or ideas. 3. Transition signals, also called cohesive devices. And number 4, substitution, replacing one word with another. When sentences, ideas, and details fit together clearly, readers can follow along easily, and the writing is coherent. The ideas tie together smoothly and clearly. Good cohesion can be achieved through the following methods. 1. Reference words or pronouns. These are the words that do not make sense on their own. They refer to something else in the text or can stand in for any given noun. Example: this, these, that, those, it, they, them, he, she, which. Cohesion is an important feature of academic writing. Cohesion can help ensure that your writing coheres or sticks together. It's better. Cohesion is an important feature of academic writing. It can help ensure that your writing coheres or sticks together. 2. Repeated words or ideas. Synonyms. Synonyms are particularly used. These are different words that represent same idea. Example: myths narrate sacred histories and explain sacred origins. These traditional narratives are, in short, a set of beliefs that are very real force in the lives of the people who tell them. 3. Pronouns. These, that, these, those, he, she, it, they, and we are useful pronouns for referring back to something previously mentioned. Be sure, however, that what you are referring to is clear. Example: when scientific experiments do not work out as expected, they are often considered failures until some other scientists try them again. Those that work out better the second time around are the ones that promise the most rewards. The pronoun they is referring back to the word scientific experiment. 4. Transitional words. There are many words in English that cue our readers to show relationship between sentences, joining sentences together. Example: I like autumn, and yet autumn is a sad time of the year too. The leaves turn bright shades of red and the weather is mild, but I can't help thinking ahead to the winter and the ice storms that will surely blow through here. In addition, that will be the season of chapped faces, too many layers of clothes to put on, and days when I'll have to shovel heaps of snow from my car's windshield. Remember that repetition is allowed, specifically the repetition of key ideas, but not the repetition of non-essential ones. It is also vital to use varieties through the use of synonyms and pronouns. Likewise, transitional words are important. They serve like oil that makes the transition of our ideas smooth. Today, let us use the different principles of cohesion and coherence in expanding our ideas. Let us read and study the paragraph below. Miss Eliza C. Ferrer is a cancer survivor. Miss Ferrer was diagnosed last May 2016 of breast cancer. Cancerous cells were found in her right breast. Miss Ferrer was advised by her doctors to undergo mastectomy, and so she did undergo an operation. Miss Ferrer underwent an anti-cancerous treatment of chemotherapy and radiation for her breast cancer that lasted for almost a year. She survived the treatment. Miss Ferrer continues an anti-cancerous maintenance field. Miss Ferrer hopes to enjoy her life and continue her passion of teaching. You have noticed that the keyword Miss Ferrer cancerous treatment are used a little too much. We can also notice that there is no smooth flow of ideas as the sentences do not have transitional words. Hence, this makes the paragraph difficult to grasp. Let us apply the principle of cohesion and coherence, and let us see if our ideas are expanded in a nicer way and easier to understand. Elisa Seferer is a cancer survivor. She was diagnosed last May 2016. The doctors found a cancerous cell in her right breast and immediately advised her to undergo mastectomy. Cancerous cells were found in her right breast. Ms. Ferrer was advised by her doctors to undergo mastectomy, and so she did undergo an operation. After the operation, she underwent chemotherapy and radiation that lasted for almost a year. Although she survived the treatment, she continues a maintenance pill. Now, Ms. Ferrer enjoys her life and continues her passion of teaching. It should be then. Ms. Elisa Seferer is a cancer survivor. She was diagnosed last May 2016. The doctors found a cancerous cell in her right breast and immediately advised her to undergo mastectomy. After the operation, she underwent chemotherapy and radiation that lasted for almost a year. Although she survived the treatment, she still continues a maintenance pill. Now, she enjoys her life and continues her passion of teaching. What principles of cohesion were applied? Leave the words or phrases deleted or added to achieve cohesion in the given paragraph. Look at the table below. On the first column, we have the principles, and on the second column, we have the words or phrases deleted or added. Reference: words or pronouns. Pronoun she is place of Miss Ferrer. Synonyms: operation. Operation was deleted because mastectomy is already an operation. Repetition. Treatment is used to repeat the idea of chemotherapy and radiation. Transitional words: after, although, still, now were added to connect ideas. Express how you will maintain your faith to God amidst all the struggles that you are experiencing in your life. Write it in a short paragraph. Follow the principles of cohesion to make sure that your sentences are coherent. To wrap everything up that we have talked about in this lesson, let us always remember that cohesion relates to how words and sentences stick together and make sense. It is the flow of sentences and paragraphs from one to another tying together. It is achieved through the use of VRT. What does VRT stands for? V is for variety, use of pronouns or reference words, R for repetition, use of synonyms, T for transitional words, use of transitional words or cohesive devices. Read the question thoroughly and choose the correct answer. 1. What principle of cohesion should you apply when you want to emphasize an essential key term? A. Reference words. B. Synonyms. C. Transition words. 2. What is the most appropriate transition word to use to connect these two ideas? Faith is important. Faith is an element that connects us to God as thought His promise was already fulfilled. A. And it. B. Because it. C. So it. 3. Doctors, nurses, medical technologists, and the like are in red alert all around the world because of the pandemic brought by novel coronavirus. If you are to repeat the key terms, doctors, nurses, medical technologists, and the like, what word should you use best? A. medical people. B. Medical practitioners. C. People that work in hospitals. 4. I and my family have the habit of sharing stories of how we spent our whole day over dinner. I and my family usually laugh at our minor mistakes that we had committed. What pronoun should you use in place of I and my family? A. They. B. Us. C. We. 5. Repetition of key terms or essential ideas is vital in achieving cohesion. But what should you avoid to repeat? A. Same ideas, different terms. B. Same ideas, same terms. C. Same ideas presented in synonymous words. Here are the answers. 1. B. 2. B. 3. B. 4. A. And number 5. B.